Storm Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Joey Bianconi.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in. It is about 39 degrees in Helena right now, mostly cloudy conditions. There are a few snow showers around in the higher terrain, but at least the valley is mostly dry. Great Falls, it does not look like this. There's just an issue with the camera. 37 degrees, so a little bit cooler. That wind is not as strong out of the southwest anymore, so it is allowing us to cool off. Speaking of cooling off, here is a system that is going to bring us snow and much colder air beginning this weekend. So here's the low pressure system with a cold front that is currently moving into the Pacific Northwest. That cold front, you can call this an atmospheric river that is transporting moisture into places like Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and western Montana. And then counterclockwise flow around this low pressure system that brings colder air out of the north. So once the system passes, much colder air to begin next week. But at least for tomorrow, a little bit breezy for much of north central Montana. Even Helena could be a little bit breezy at times, but nothing to warrant a high wind warning. There is not one out there for tomorrow. Just a bit breezy, drier into the plains and the valleys. But that will not be the case coming up on Sunday. Right now, a little bit of some snow activity into the big belts and the little belts west of the divide, but we will start to see increasing snow coverage tonight into tomorrow morning. And we do have a few winter weather advisories out for mainly, well, scattered areas around western Montana. Most of the higher elevations, the Madison Gallatins, we took a look at that earlier, and they have 6 to 8 inches already in some locations up there. Beaverhead County, Lookout Pass, if you're traveling out into parts of Idaho, could see a little bit of snow throughout the day tomorrow, and even the Little Belts and the High Woods through about Sunday morning could see an additional 6 inches of snow. So let's track out everything for you here. Starting tonight, still a few remaining showers into the Big and Little Belts, but we will see increasing moisture into western Montana, and by tomorrow morning, could be looking at widespread mountain moisture, not so much here in Helena or Great Falls, although we could see a little bit of a rain-snow mix before the stronger winds start tomorrow afternoon. But zooming things out into the view of most of the state here, a rain-snow mix moving into central and eastern Montana, mountain snow west of the divide. We could see a little bit of clearing near Great Falls, partly cloudy skies due to that downslope, but that changes. On Sunday morning, we will have some more widespread snow moving into lower elevations. Butte, Helena, Bozeman by about Sunday morning. Could be looking at some accumulating snow. Great Falls, I think the snow will hold off till about the early afternoon hours. So we will see a little bit of snow through about early Sunday morning for much of the mountains. We will see some expanded winter alerts, but heading into about Tuesday morning, maybe 1 to 3 inches around Helena, 6 to 9 around White Sulphur Springs. Lincoln could see a little bit of snow too. Great Falls, I think that's a little overdone, but we could be looking at 1 to 3 inches there. So here's my forecast for Helena and Great Falls. 1/2 inch to about 3 inches in the lower elevations, could be looking up to 10 inches in places like the Big Belts. Great Falls, I think it's more realistic to see 1 to 3. Winter storm watches have been issued for the Big and Little Belts, the High Woods, Madison Gallatin, Beartooth Absarokas, and parts of Lookout Pass. Even some avalanche watches out into northwest and the Madison and Gallatin ranges. So be careful if you're backcountrying. Here's the next 7 days. It's going to be colder. I told you that cold air is going to funnel in back behind that low pressure system. We'll be in the 20s and 30s.